is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Taking a live look at downtown Miami, showers and storms are returning across South Florida, and they could impact your weekend plans. Let's get right to next weather. Chief Meteorologist and Hurricane Specialist Ivan Cabrera.
Hey, Naja, good to see you. Yeah, and I think for the weekend, if you have outdoor plans, tomorrow is the day really to enjoy some sunshine and a nice break, because we got some big rain on the way that will begin Sunday. We have a next alert from Monday through Wednesday, because I think that's when we have the potential to get into some flooding here from a couple of systems that are going to start developing here. A complicated setup, but for you and me, it's going to mean rain and potentially a named storm by the middle part of the week. That is not certainly going to be discarded as a possibility here. So it's a multi-day event running through the middle part of the week. And when we talk about the heavy rain here, we're looking at several inches of accumulation. It's not all going to happen, in a couple of days, but I'll show you the long-term outlook here going into the next 7 days. It will be a wet one, no question about it. Now, the rain we had today, and it was a lot this morning, particularly across Broward County, not associated with that at all. This is just moisture back in the forecast. Our daily storms still in the rainy season, so we've been picking up on that. But now just some leftover showers and that overcast sky, but we're breaking into some sunshine as we speak here. And next weather rain tracker will show you the diminishing coverage. So we have pretty much been done as far as the rainfall for today, as far as the heaviest downpours here. Just a few showers left over and there towards the middle part of the Keys. Saturday is the pick of the weekend. There's no question about it. We've got plenty of sunshine, a few morning showers, then some afternoon storms, but nothing unusual for this time of year. Sunday will get progressively worse. Once the storms start getting going here, they will continue late into the evening, even through the overnight, and then we get ready for a big flood potential here from Monday through Wednesday. That's when the heaviest of the rain will continue to fall, and as we rain on Saturday a little bit, and then on Sunday, that's going to set up, the ground will be saturated, and that's what the flooding potential is going to be. So rest of the weekend here, heading into tomorrow, so you can plan ahead. That's through the morning, a few morning showers, and then a nice break through the afternoon between 2, 3 o'clock. Will be some showers there across the lower Keys, but everything's still headed off towards the western side of the peninsula, and then we get into the heavier rain associated with that disturbance in the Gulf. Still looking at Leslie out there, tropical storm in Kirk, and then another area out towards Cabo Verde, but all of this stuff is staying east and north of us. This is the area we're going to continue to watch. You can see the area of potential development from the National Hurricane Center. That is now medium, so we have 2 blobs coming in. The first one on Sunday, not organized. That's just widespread rainfall continuing into Monday. A little bit of a break perhaps on Tuesday, and then this is what we're going to be watching closely here. That could develop into something stronger heading into the west coast of Florida. We would be impacted by the rain associated with it as well. So lots of changes. Keep checking with us throughout the weekend here, but the important thing is get ready for big rain and flooding coming up from Monday through Wednesday.
Ivan, thank you. Now at 4, a Cuban rapper was shot in the head, and police are asking anyone with information to come forward. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor explains what we know so far.
This is one of those cases that Miami police are confident that someone out there knows a lot more information that has been reported so far. And that's the reason why they are urging the public that if they do know something, to contact Miami police officers as they are investigating this case. They are also saying they're not ruling out any possibilities. That means homicide as well as suicide. Miami Police Chief reiterated that on Thursday morning, police officers responded to the area of Northwest 9th Avenue and 17th Street, and they found inside of a black Mercedes a man who they identify as 37-year-old Jose Carvajal, also known as El Taiger, which in English means the Tiger, a well-known Cuban reggaeton star. This morning at Miami City Hall, Chief of Miami Police said all tips are being pursued, yet he said they do need more help.
What I want to let the public know is that if you have any type of information in reference to this incident that might be able to help the police, go ahead and give us a call at 305-579-6111 or to 305-471-TIPS. Okay, so I appreciate the public's input. If they can help us out on this one, we're confident that we'll be able to get to the bottom of this and solve this this incident that it's a tragic incident that has shaken our local South Florida community.
So El Taiger continues in very critical condition here at JMH, and this is according to Miami police. We were also told that he has no family in South Florida. It's actually his friends that are speaking on behalf of relatives who live overseas. They also told me that they do not believe he committed suicide, and that's based on evidence and information that they're getting. We will be talking about that coming up at 5 p.m. on CBS News Miami. We are in Northwest Miami-Dade at JMH. Yvonne Taylor, back to you.
Yvonne, thank you. Disturbing discovery in Davie. A woman's body was found in the middle of the road. At this hour, police are searching for a hit-and-run driver. CBS News Miami's Morgan Ryder joins us with a breakdown of what happened.
The scene cleared up, but the investigation is far from over as Davie police are still trying to figure out who hit the woman and sped off. Neighbors told us they are saddened by what happened here, but they're not shocked. Around 6 Friday morning, Davie police said they received a call. A woman laying in the middle of Flamingo Road near Southwest 26th Street. When police arrived, they said she was already dead. At first look, police said it appears it was a hit and run.
I just think that's unforgivable. You hit someone, you need to stop, make sure that they get taken care of. Very, very sad indeed.
Wendy Kahn lives in the complex right by the intersection.
It's devastating to see this happen at this corner because there have been several other deaths at this corner. We've been living in this development for a couple of years now, and we keep hoping there's going to be a light here. It's very dangerous, and I just wish someone would do something about it.
She's hoping it won't take another deadly encounter for something to change.
I sometimes sit here for 10 minutes to make sure that both sides are clear before I cross. It is extremely dangerous here.
Davie police said they do not have any information on the car that may have hit the victim. Police said they're not going to identify the victim until her family is notified, but they are asking the public for help. They said if you have any information to contact Davie police, that number should be right at the bottom of your screen. That number is 954-693-8200. In Davie, Morgan Ryder, CBS News, Miami.
Happening in about an hour, family and friends will come together to remember the 23-year-old woman who was killed when her car crashed into a canal. Candlelight vigil will be held in Davie for Caitlin Heron. Deputies say she was driving when her car went through a concrete barrier on a bridge. It happened at Griffin Road and Southwest 90th Avenue in Cooper City. She was in the car with her boyfriend, who survived. Deputies are still trying to figure out what caused the car to veer off course. Ports are back open today, including the two here in South Florida. The workers' strike threatening the nation's supply chain has been averted, for at least for now. But the new deal between the union and port operators came after the ports sweetened their side of the bargain. They raised their offer from a 50% raise to 62% over 6 years. The deal does not resolve disagreements over the use of automated machinery. That has been a sticking point for workers. Both parties now have until January 15th of next year to negotiate a new contract. In the Middle East, the U.S. military says it hit Houthi targets in Yemen. At this hour, it remains unclear how many targets of the Iranian-backed rebels were hit. Iran's foreign minister put out a warning to Israel. They say if Israel carries out an attack on Iran, the country will retaliate harshly. Israel's prime minister has promised retaliation for the missile attack into Israel by Iran. When we come back, a new update involving Sean Diddy Combs and his legal battle. Stay with us.
Deciding it's time to pick up and move is rarely an easy decision. And if you're selling an older condo, it's even harder. Are sellers headed toward a so-called condo cliff? I have the answer Monday at 5:30.
Sean Diddy Combs' criminal sex trafficking case has been assigned to a new judge. The federal case was reassigned without explanation. It follows the controversial decision to keep Combs in jail without bond. Combs has appealed the decision twice and is in the process of making a third appeal. Currently, he is being held at a detention center in Brooklyn. Former President Trump is touring storm damage in the state of Georgia, while Vice President Kamala Harris is campaigning in the battleground state of Michigan. CBS News Miami's Willie James Inman has the latest from the campaign trail.
Former President Donald Trump got a briefing from emergency managers responding to the damage from Hurricane Helene.
I'm worried about the people, not the vote. I'm worried about the people. A lot of people missing. It's a bad one. This was a bad one. Bad storm, maybe the worst.
Trump accused the Biden administration of using disaster relief to help migrants without proof.
$1 billion was stolen from Cuban to use it for illegal migrants, many of whom are criminals, to come into our country. And FEMA's now busted. They don't have any money.
Vice President Kamala Harris is campaigning in Michigan today, touting today's jobs report, which shows the U.S. economy added more than 250,000 jobs. And she's also warning that if Trump wins, auto jobs will be lost.
Thousands of Michigan auto workers lost their jobs. And now he is making the same empty promises to the people of Michigan that he did before, hoping you will forget how he let you down.
Trump has accused Harris and President Biden of lying about the job numbers to help in the election.
We created 730,000 manufacturing jobs and announced the opening of more than 20 new auto plants in the United States. And we did it by investing in American industry and American workers.
Harris also touted union collective bargaining as being responsible for the quick end to the dock workers' strike. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
And a reminder, there are only 4 days left to register to vote in the November election. Deadline in Florida is October 7th. To find out what you have to do to register to vote, just go to our website, cbsmiami.com. As we near Election Day, former President Donald Trump is returning to the site where he was nearly assassinated. Mr. Trump will hold a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania tomorrow. That is the exact spot where he was shot in July. The former president will be joined by Elon Musk, family members of the man who was killed at the rally, and his running mate, J.D. Vance. That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a wonderful day.